Welcome back to the show. Many thanks for staying with us. So yesterday was a big day for many musicians in Ghana. Hundreds of them thronged the streets to remember Ebony, whose 1 week celebration was yesterday. The headliner on the day was Shatta Wale, by the way, another dancehall artist who's recently done collaborations with the fallen dancehall queen. He feels that the media is being overly critical of the musicians and other showbiz personalities. We're having an interaction with musicians, media personalities and the music shortly. But right now, let's take a look at some of the issues and events that brought up the media and musicians in conflict. Here's a news desk report.
Young soul who just left us, farewell. Reporting for JoyNews, Noella Karen Yali. Individuals charged with so much energy. On 17th March, an even greater crowd is expected to mourn and bid this young soul who just left us farewell. Reporting for JoyNews, Noella.
Okay, so let me sincerely apologize for that sound issues there. It was going up and down, a bit of fluctuation there. I beg your pardon. Okay, whatever is happening to me, I don't know. But I have three gentlemen here in the studio. We're going to have a chat about what we're just talking about, Shatta Wale's tears and all the things that he's saying. We're really looking at the relationship between media practitioners and music artists. I have here in the studio the group Keche. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
You can see for yourself. We thank God we are good.
And I have one of the grandpapas in the industry, Daddy Bosco. You're welcome. He is the Director of Communication and Special Projects with Musica. Yesterday, we saw what Shatta Wale said. In fact, it's not the first time he's saying that. Keche, you two share in Shatta Wale's concern about how the media personnel, for example, those in the media, those in the entertainment industry, treat you. Really, what's the problem?
Okay. If you heard me well, I saw your guys there, and I think what I said was, you see, now that the person is gone, the energy, the power behind the promo, like she's done this, like the media, we can use only 30 minutes to circulate bad news like that. Promo is everywhere. They should use the same energy when we are live. We need this support when we are live. We need this support. They need to push us when we are not. Don't wait when we are gone before everybody will post something about you. They will talk. You did that. You did. So you can.
What do you think is bad news?
Bad news is when they are waiting for Castro to disappear before his songs that we've not even heard before will become #1.
Do you side with him on that? What was bad news?
I do. I think bad news circulates faster than even the good ones. You know, let Keche step to an orphanage or maybe go elsewhere to do something beautiful for the people out there, travel out for some beautiful events here and there, they will talk about it for just like some hours and it's gone. But then I remember we had an accident on Asin Manson. Yeah. We were still at the spot. Before we watched on Facebook, it was everywhere. People were talking about it for days.
Because people are concerned about your safety.
Yeah, because it is bad news. It's like if it was something good, you wouldn't even hear it. So I think what my colleagues said over there, when we went there, we saw so many. I don't even know some of the media house. I see some cameras here and they say this TV, this and that. Almost like so many of us, like, so they are all here. So now they came here to take the news out there because she's dead. So if this support is being given to the dead, why will you people not, together give that support to the artists so that once we are alive, then things start booming?
Let me bring that Bosco. You've been in the media industry for a very long time. You've been in the mainstream media before you joined music. But is this a legitimate concern, or are they just trying to find problem where there's none?
Okay, for me, it's legitimate, and it's also due to the fact that sometimes the media doesn't appreciate that it's part of the creative arts. If you look at the domains of the creative arts, media sits right there. So it means we're kindred spirits, we're kith and kin. We should all be working together. Like the brother said, let a musician do something negative, human as they are, it will trend. Let a musician go and...
Which is why your role as someone who has been in the mainstream industry comes to play now. If you say that it will trend, it is not because the media just wants it to trend, but the bad news sells, right?
Yeah, but you see, if we appreciate that we're in this industry together, the growth of the creative arts, the growth of the music industry in Ghana will benefit us. We will find ways to work together. For me right now, I think the art writers or the critics, sometimes they feel they're not in bed with the musicians, and the musicians also sometimes get those feelings. Do you understand? And I think, yes, while you ply your trade, you should appreciate that your overzealousness sometimes is detrimental to the growth of the music industry.
Okay, so overzealousness on the part of the media?
Of course. Because you see, if there's an appreciation that we're all in the creative arts, that for me is the big picture we should all buy into.
No, but if you go out there and you do something that society finds controversial, society finds funny, society finds intriguing, we report and it trends. It's not our fault, is it?
Great, but like my brother Kete Tola is saying, that same energy.
Yes.
See, if you appreciate that, look, we're building this thing together, you'll apply your energies differently. We're not saying do the bad stories.
Okay, let me take his intervention. I think he had a quick one.
Yes. Let me just do this real quick. You see, in China right now, when you buy any data, automatically, I think 0.6% will be taken to help the music industry.
Okay, but that's beyond the media's reach. That's for lawmakers.
Yes, and I'm saying up to now, still 80% Ghana music or 80% Ghanaian is not being, we've not accepted it yet. Still, Ghana, 80%, you just play 80% on our radio and our airwaves, still it's not happening. But now, you pass out there, let people hear that, oh, Gifty has done something. Before you realize, your mother has said it already.
Yeah, but that's not the fault of the media. That's what I think we need to establish.
I'm saying we should use the same energy. The way we trend negative stuff. Use the same energy to trend the good stuff.
Now, those who are trending are the people who are seeing it. If you put it on social media, for example, and people see it and they share.
Let me say this. You're surprised. Do you know Saminiwa? Do you know Saminiwa? I think she works here.
She works here, yes.
If you heard what Shatta said, God, if you are here, let thunder strike the media house, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I said, you see, we are all here to witness whatever happened. Let's do the same energy. And she went on Facebook to write what I said. She wrote that, so Keche are saying the media is being ungrateful, why are all still relevant? But she did not write anything about what Shatta said. You understand? So now she's trying to she's trying to let the people.
Now, there are two different things you're talking about here. You're talking about Samiwa and something that you think she has said. Now that's quite different from.
She didn't hear. She did not hear the good side of what everything I said, but she took the bad side and posted it there to paint me black.
You think that's what she tried to do? Let me find out from you, when Shatta Wale goes out there, you know that the media. You need the media as much as perhaps the media needs you. Now, if you go out there and you say things like you're calling a thunder should strike the media people, when you're angry, shouldn't you be measured in the kinds of things you say? Because if you say, like Daddy Bosco is saying, we're in this together, then we really have to play.
I think Shatta said something. Let me refer back to when Shatta was still, trying to just come up. He was at the music awards, and then still he was doing everything he could to just get up there. No support from the media, nothing. When he got angry, he started, kicking everything out there. From that time, people started talking about, because Ghanaians want to hear you do the bad thing.
So it's Ghanaians, it's not the media.
And they put it out there. They talk about it. They talk about it. We all together.
So you make your point.
You understand? So I think I remember one day he was like, okay, this is what you want the bad stuff. Okay, now let's go. That's what I'll give you. So if I right now, let me just stand up on this table, start misbehaving, doing some things right now.
Maybe get naked.
I'm telling you, by before this month will end, the next month people will still be talking about it. You know why? Because that's what they want to hear, so that they can just use it to just bring traffic to wherever. But then the good thing is, let's promote the thing. Let's help it together, as our big brother the boss said. Exactly, and it goes way to help us the both.
The media is being unfairly treated, unfairly insulted. Don't you agree? I mean, talking about those of us in the mainstream sort of media.
What you call it? A statement made by a few musicians cannot be used to say the media is being insulted.
Okay.
And everybody will understand the circumstances of Shatta Wale's statement. And that is why Kecha referred to their statement, which was angling the same issue but on a different tip. And so I don't think the media should feel like there's a riot against them. This was a brother who was very aggrieved, who said what is the reality. The truth is that Ebony was vilified and demonized. Charlie, when I got there yesterday, I just told, when I got home, I told my kids, tomorrow, watch it. It will be on the front page of Graphic. And true, it was on the front page of Graphic.
It was there.
You understand? Epic. So, is it hypocrisy? Or is it that something was wrong? Do you understand? So when he got there and he saw all this, Charlie, the clergy was there, heavy bishops, the Nananum were there, the rank and file was there. Emotionally, he did an outburst. And I think it should be contextualized. It shouldn't be taken out of context. Because I know personally that Shatta's got great friends in the media. Media people he calls when he wants to say something. They call him, he grants them interviews. So let's not take it out of context.
Who needs two more?
We need each other. You see, if the media doesn't appreciate what you call it, can you imagine a day where media doesn't play music?
Thank you.
Also, if the musicians say we're striking against the media, it can't work because we need each other. It's a symbiotic relationship.
So you're going to say something, but I want you to angle it towards what we can do going forward.
Yes, let me just chip in with what my senior brother is saying. The lady that posted whatever I was talking about, I've never seen her. We released a song which Obo, big ups to Obo, but called me and told me that you released one of the biggest songs, one of the powerful songs ever. She has never posted any link that Kecha is out with a new song. Everyone is out with a new song.
So I think you should to try and depersonalize the conversation. Okay, I think that will help us. Depersonalize it. And I can understand. I can see doesn't want me to. No, not at all. Not at all. But I think it's not fair because first of all, she's not even here to answer.
Yeah, but I think
I get you.
She works here, so
Fair enough. but she's not here to answer. We've mentioned that already. You're referring to it again. That's I think you're personalizing it too much, and I think that's where the problem comes. When you get so personalized, then okay. Let me give you a quick word before I bring in Francis Doku. He's a critic, an entertainment critic. You join us on via Skype, but let me give you a quick one so we can go to Francis.
Okay, when we heard it, we were driving back before my colleague called me. That look, park, and then also let me show you something. We heard it, was like, wow, this is what is going on. As our big brother said, this is the media, this is us. Together, we make this thing go forward. That's it.
Yes, but when you start getting agitated against the media also gets peeved, etc. It doesn't take us anywhere, does it?
It doesn't take us anywhere anyway, but then the right thing is to be done. That's
very well. Hold on for me. Francis is joining us over the telephone. We wanted to do Skype, but unfortunately, you can trust Ghana bandwidth for that. Francis, good to have you on the phone. I don't know if you've been listening into our conversation. We're really just tossing out the relationship between media, mainstream media, and music artists.
I just joined in. I haven't listened much, but I think I listened to the end part.
Okay, so they're basically saying, I have here Daddy Bosco in the studio, and I do have Keche as well. Keche seems to side with Shatta Wale. They think that the media sometimes take news that's negative about them a notch higher than they would when it's good news, so-called good news, like say they donated to the orphanage or something. They're also saying that Ebony, for example, was vilified when she was alive. Now she's dead, and everybody is there, and everybody is doing news about Ebony. They think there's a sort of hypocrisy when it comes to the way media, mainstream media, manages or relates to music artists.
Respect to Daddy Bosco.
Hi.
Yeah, and regards to everybody. But Kitty, I think that it's difficult sometimes to understand why musicians like to take that stand. In the sense that we help them and they help us. They give us content, for our platform. If we have a television station or a radio station and we don't have content coming from artists, it will be very empty. So we appreciate the fact that they give us content. But then we also have an audience to serve. The audience needs us to give them information about things that happen, that includes things that happen to musicians or happen in a life of a musician. So I think that I see the media as a platform that reports both the good, reports the bad, and if there's something even ugly, we'll report it.
So what I'm getting from what you're saying is that we report both the good and the bad, and therefore if the bad trends, it's not our fault, you mean?
Absolutely. If the bad comes, there's information, we'll report it. If it is good, we also report it. And I'm surprised that some of the musicians say that they don't support their work. Because look, if you make music and it is not played on air, how would it be heard? So we create a platform for them, as much as it's content to us, the platform we create to push their work as well. And to be specific about with Ebony, I think that the popularity she gained is because of the media. I've seen her grant interviews on so many radio stations, television stations. I've seen her songs played on TV, on radio, heard it on radio, and all over the place. It means that the media gave her that opportunity to push her work through them.
So Francis, unfortunately, we've been trying to reach you for so long. Unfortunately, I've run out of time and we need to wrap this up quickly. What do you envisage is going to happen to these two groups that we've just mentioned going forward, and how can we perhaps make the relationship going forward a better one for both of us?
I think it's a collaborative one. I mean, we rely on them and they rely on us. I think we should all see in that regard. And also they should understand that we report both the good and the bad. So they shouldn't take it too personal. We report the bad.
Okay, hold on and listen to the quick wrapping up comments. Let me start with you.
Okay.
You've heard him. We report both the good and the bad. If it goes viral, it's not our fault. People just like the bad one.
We won't take it personal. But all I want to say is, when the good thing comes out, they should push it harder, like pushing the bad ones. Period. I have nothing to say. Yeah.
Okay.
So just my brother. Don't wait for me to do something bad before you put what I
nobody waits. It just happens, and we report.
So when you go to other countries, sometimes you don't hear the bad news more, you hear the good ones more. That's why they are entering into our music industry. They are breaking barriers, and we are not breaking barriers.
What do you say? What do you say?
My brother said it all. I think it's the same thing. Let's just work harder the way we push in much effort. You know, when all these bad ones come, so that at least we get I like one thing he said, that we
need each other.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. So, Daddy Bosco.
I share same opinion. We're bedfellows, and we need to rise together. And also, the media should know that Hollywood made America. So, if Ghana is going to be made, the creative arts has a huge role, and the media has to support it. That's what I'll say.
So we need each other. It sounds pretty much like the chicken and egg situation. It's a cliche, but it's okay. Francis, thank you very much for your time. Francis Doku is a critic in the entertainment industry. Just be wrapping up, but we'll have a very quick poll on social media. This is a question that we put on Facebook. Shatawale raises concern about media criticism of musicians, citing himself and Ebony Rains. Kwabna, Miss Bell, and other musicians have also at some point raised similar concerns about the manner in which the media gets them to conform to a particular way of life. Is the media being excessively critical of musicians? Perhaps unnecessarily being critical of musicians? 47% say yes, 53% say no. So you see, people don't seem to agree with you. I mean, you still have a 47%, but 53% of the people say the media is not being unnecessarily critical of you. Daddy Bosco, you have a few words on that?
What it is the users of the media, they enjoy salacious news. So definitely they will side with that.
So it's not the media's fault. It's the people. It's really the people. You have any final words on that? People? I think it's the people. You can see that in the, that's evidence.
Okay. There is something that goes going on in Nigeria right now. Whether we have good content or not, listen to it. All right? When the media do that, the people have no choice than to accept whatever that we say or whatever that we bring out. So the media have a bigger role to play. We have a bigger role to play. But what I'm trying to say is, when we bring something which is beautiful, this is beautiful for me, project it the way I want to see it.
Project it the way you want to see it. You may have to pay for that. You may have to pay. Yes, I mean, this is business. That's how I get paid. Okay, but this is a very interesting conversation. I think that we just don't have enough time. I think that we just don't have enough time. Maybe we can have this conversation another time. Gentlemen, it's great having you.
Thank you.
Ketche in the studio. You guys should have done some,
some freestyle.
Yeah, yeah, for Pulse, for Gifty, for.
I see great success in your next level.
Oh, yeah?
I see you driving Bugatti.
Okay.
So don't watch your today, watch your tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. You go to swimming in money.
Put my name in the song.
You prepare us.
Don't
No, you
watch
prepare
your
us.
today, watch your tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
I'll
I have some friends that I should hook you up with them.
Nice.
Daddy Bosco is Director of Communication and Special Projects, Musica, and Ketche right here in the studio. We'll try and have this conversation some other time. As media, musicians, we're all together. Let's get it going.